Hey, my name is Phil from legitmarketingreviews.com. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a lead generation plugin for WordPress called ConvertPro. Now, in this ConvertPro review, I want to show you exactly what ConvertPro does, how it actually works, and by the end of this video, you should know if it's right for you. And just to let you know, if you're thinking about getting started with ConvertPro, I have also left a link in the description, which will go to any of the deals that they currently have going on. So if you want to save yourself some money, use that link in the description. So first of all, what is ConvertPro? It is a WordPress plugin that quickly and easily allows you to create opt-in forms that are going to help you generate leads. Now, the great thing about this is it's a plugin, so you get to create all of the pop-ups and everything inside of your WordPress dashboard. And the best part is the integrations, as they integrate with so many different types of platforms. So what I'm going to do is actually jump behind the screen and show you more about ConvertPro. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start here at the ConvertPro website. What I want to do first is just show you some of the features. I also want to show you the long list of integrations they have, and then finally I will show you the pricing, and then we'll go ahead and start creating some different types of lead gen pages. So first of all, if we go to features, you will notice that we've got loads of different tools inside of here, like drag and drop customization. We've also got ready to use templates. And the best part about it as well is it's got loads of different types of triggers, things like exit intent, as well as welcome triggers, after scrolling triggers, and we'll go through those in just a moment. There's also A/B split testing if you want to get into it, and you've got advanced filters based on the users that visit your website. So that's basically all you need to know. What I'm going to do now is actually go into the integrations. Now, there is a long list, and all you really want to do is just keep an eye on this page. I'm going to scroll down them, but there is about, I think, 20 or 30 different integrations, so no doubt your one will be listed on there. They've even got all of the open source type of email platforms like Mautic and Sendy, so there's loads to choose from, but no doubt you'll have your one that you use. If not, there's also Zapier where you can connect to it. Finally, let's get into the pricing before we get into the product demo. And in the pricing, you'll notice it's nice and cheap. Just for $79, you can get ConvertPro. This is on the annual plan. And you can also have it inside of the growth bundle if you wish, which is an Astra Pro type of bundle. It also includes things like Schema Pro, which is going to help you actually rank your websites better on YouTube, as well as Ultimate Addons, which I always use for Elementor. So just letting you know that is there as well. There's also a lifetime deal if you don't like subscriptions like myself. So you can either get ConvertPro by itself for $400, and this is on unlimited websites as well, by the way, or else you can get it as a part of the growth bundle once again with Astra Pro, Schema Pro, and Ultimate Addons. So let's get stuck into it. So first of all, this is ConvertPro. I've already been playing around with it for a little bit. In fact, I've actually had this tool for a few years now. I got it a long time ago. However, I'm going to walk you through it as if you are a new person. So when you first get started, what you want to do first of all is come to create new. Once the plugin is installed and licensed, and then we've got here the 8 different types of forms you can actually use. Now, to run through them quite quickly, what we have here is the Modal pop-up. That is basically your standard pop-up that you will mainly see on websites. We've got here info bars, which is the top bar or the bottom bar inside of websites, usually where there's some sort of promotion. We've also got here slide in, which is basically a Modal pop-up, except it slides into the screen. We've got here a before or after banner, and this is something that you can put before or after your blog post to help collect leads. We've also got here the in content form. Basically, it's like a before or after, except it's in the middle of your content. We've got here a widget box, which can be put either in your footer or in your sidebar. We've got a convert mat, which is also named a welcome mat in different software, which basically covers the entire screen. And then finally, we have got a full screen pop. Now, personally, I like 3 of these the best: the Modal pop-up, the info bar, and also the convert mat. Reason being is they're probably the most different type of ones that are out there and probably the most commonly used. So that's what we're actually going to go through today. And I can actually show you what these are straight away, as I've already created some, but what I'll do is show you them quickly, and then I'll go ahead and create one for you, because creating them is basically the same type of thing once they're all activated. So first of all, I'll show you the Modal pop-up. So I'll just turn that on here. I've created a dummy site. It's a baby fashion type of site. So I'll go ahead and reload it. And as you can see here, we've got the website, and then sure enough, if I click this button here, triggers a pop-up, right? So this is a 15% coupon code, so people can put in their name and their email and get the coupon code sent to them via email. So it's super nice and super easy. So I'll turn that one off, turn on the info bar. So I'll reload this page once again. And now you will notice that we get this info bar. So this is perfect for if you have things like specials running, because you can quickly go ahead and direct people to certain pages, or you can even use the pop-ups, and it's just good because it stays on top of the page throughout the entire time they're on the site, right? So it's really for important announcements and things like that. So that's a info bar. Then finally we have the convert mat. So I'm going to go ahead and reload this page one last time, and you will see we have this entire page taken, which has got your value proposition. It's got a basic form type of thing. We can add in bits and pieces, but people can either scroll down or they can actually close the entire form and it'll disappear forever. So I'll reload it again. I've got it so it just pops up all the time just so I can show you. They can either scroll down and it will disappear, or they can just click on X and it will go. So those are the three main ones I mainly use. So let's go ahead and actually create some. So first of all, when you're in your dashboard, click on Create New. For starters, we'll go with a normal pop-up. So click on Modal Pop-up and click on Select. And now we've got all of these different types of templates. So you've got a little drop down here with different types of goals. So if you've got something like an ebook or a limited time offer or whatever it might be, you can use these pre-created templates. So if I say did ebook download, you can say I've got one here. Or if you've got a limited time offer, you can see they've got a couple here. Or you can just leave it as open, and you can see all the different ones here, right? So it's pretty nice and easy. So let's say, for example, we like this template here. Let's go ahead and click on it. So select. Now it's going to go and start loading it. It's going to ask us for a name. Let's just call this the welcome pack, something like that, right? Welcome pack. Click on create. Now it doesn't take that long to load, only a few moments, and then it's going to be good to go. So here it is. It's already pre-created. The good thing about it is it's been optimized right off the bat, so you don't have to go and try to mobile optimize everything. Everything already looks good, as you can see. So all you really need to do is just replace the different elements inside of here. Now on the left, we've got here elements, form, button, shapes, and panel. And inside here, we've got all of our different bits and pieces we can actually drop on and put wherever we want to go. So for this example, what I'm going to do is actually just add in a form, because at the moment it's just a button. So that's going to take someone to a different page. So what I'm going to do is come back to form, type in form fields, and I'm going to go ahead and drop in some fields. Now, as you can see, it's pretty tight in this particular one. So I'm just going to reduce the size of the fonts and things like that a little bit, just so we can hopefully fit everything in. Okay. So I might even just remove one of these. This one here, I think. Yep. And I'll just say be into win. Oh, now I'll just say claim your free welcome pack. Something like that, right? And I'm going to just drag it out so it actually fits. Lower the font size a little bit. So I'll just go say 25. That looks a bit better. Okay, and you can always text align everything like that. So you want it to look nice. Could even just make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's claim your free welcome pack. And I'll just put in here, enter your name and email below to collect. A little bit big, so I'll just put the font size down 1, and that should fit. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, now I've dropped in the email form here, so let's go ahead and drop in a name as well. I want to collect names. So it's a little bit tight, so I'll bring down the button just slightly. Make sure it's center. We've got these nice little center line things here. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty cool so far. We've created this quick little opt-in form, and it's a pop-up, so it's going to happen whenever you want it to go. What I recommend though is every time you do it, if you are adding in forms, just make sure on action that it's either got here the field action, make sure it goes to submit and go to next step, or go to URL or whatever it might be. I usually have go to URL because that means that this person's obviously interested in what you are trying to give them. So then I would redirect them to more about the particular page, right? If it's get your welcome pack, it could be a page about members or subscribers or whatever, something like that. You can easily add it. If not, just make sure it says at least submit, and then you can just go submit and close, something like that. Thank you for subscribing. I usually say success. Thank you for subscribing. Right, and easy. So coming back to it now, to edit anything, it's very easy. Click on the image, for example, press change image, and you can go ahead and choose one from your library. All the text, all the information's on the left, everything is drag and drop, so there's nothing really to it. On the back here, we have here panel, so if you go to background, it's got background colors and things like that. If you need to change them, you've also got animations, overlays. It's all pretty straightforward. Everything you think you would need is readily available. So let's go to the next step, which is going to be configure. So inside configure, this is where the triggers sort of happen so you can actually get this pop-up working. So you've got a few options here. The main one is pop up after a few seconds on a page. So when this is on, you just turn it for however many seconds. 1 second means they've just visited the page. They're going to get the pop-up, which is fine. If you have specific types of pop-ups you want to give to sort of like bonuses for people that keep coming back to your website, maybe you want to have this after a number of page visits. You can say, hey, if you've been to 3 pages, be like, hey, I see you're really interested in this brand, like I'd love to give you like a 10% discount, something like that. It's pretty cool. Also exit intent, if they think they're about to leave the site, it's going to pop every time then. We've also got after scroll, so if they scroll a certain amount of the page, it's going to pop then. So we've got loads of different types of triggers that we can actually have. User inactivity, after blog post, after certain CSS, cookie based trigger. We've also got ad block detection, visitors, refer, schedule, and on click. So there's so many different ways you can actually get this pop-up sort of triggering, I guess you could say. All these different methods. Finally, once you've done that, I'll actually go into on-click as well in a moment. We can go to connect, and this is where you put in your autoresponder or your email marketing tool. There's so many to choose from, so choose the one that you're using. Let's say, for example, if it's ActiveCampaign, put in a name for this integration. So if it's for you, you could just put ActiveCampaign. If it's for a client, I'd probably put the client's name, then ActiveCampaign, then put in their API URL, which is in your ActiveCampaign dashboard, as well as the API key. Click on Authenticate, and then you should see all of your email lists appear. Choose the right one, and then click on Connect. And then finally, once that's all done, click on Save. Actually, click on Make Public, and then click on Save, and you should be good to go. So let's go ahead and give it a test. I'm going to go click on View Site. I'm going to do it in incognito, just because it's probably retained my cookie and it might not work. But here it is. It has worked nice and easily. Here is our welcome pack. You can put in your name, email, and now it's going to connect to your third-party autoresponder. So that's all good and dandy. So let's come back. I want to show you how we can quickly actually configure it to go off a click, because a click's a little bit more technical, so I'll show you how it works. So basically all you want to do is open up the on click, click on this button that says no, and now we've got a few options. We've either got a copy link code, which is one method, or else we've got enter your CSS class or ID. This is the easiest method to use. So what you want to do is, first of all, you can see some examples down here. We're going to use this first one. So go ahead, press hashtag, and then for this example, I'm going to put welcome pack, as it's claim your free welcome pack. And then once again, go ahead and click on save. Now what we want to do is come to our page where the pop-up is actually appearing. Click on edit in Elementor if you're using Elementor, or use the page builder of your choice, whichever you're using. And once this loads, what we want to do is choose the elements that we want to trigger it. So for example, I might want this one to actually work. What you want to do is come to advanced. You want to find the CSS ID. As you can see, I showed you it had a different one before, but what we want to put inside of here is actually our ID minus the hashtag. So I'm going to copy welcome pack, paste it into class ID, click on update, and now it should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and preview the changes, and let's see if it appears. Like it does, super easy, very reliable, and now it is going. So that's how quick and easy it is to actually create a pop-up and integrate it with your service. It does not take long at all. So that's it. That's how you create a modal pop-up. So what I'm going to do right now is quickly show you the two other ones that I talked about earlier. The info bar is a good one, so I'll just make sure to turn this off. Okay, so info bar, create new, info bar, click on select. We've got a few different designs we can choose from. Basically the top, the bottom, the top, and the top again. This one's probably an easy one to go for, as it's quite basic and there's not really much to it, which is probably good in a lot of respects, because obviously everyone's got their own branding. So I'm going to go click on select, and I'm going to just choose this special offer bar, something like that. Click on create, and it's going to go ahead and create our builder. Now this is a very fast one to do. Once again, this is sort of like a sort of info bar that you would use if you're having a special promotion, something like that. So what I'm going to do is highlight the text. I'm going to be like, get 15% off now with our Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals, something like that. And then I'm just going to say, instead of only 15 a month, get 15% off. Right, something like that. That looks pretty cool. You can change the font style, you can change the weight, size, alignment, everything like that. The colors, so if you want it to be a different color in the background, like a green or a blue, yellow, whatever the branding of your business reckons, then it's easy to do. Now, if you wanted to change this background image, really easy to do. Once again, come down to panel, background, and it's got a current image. Instead of choosing an image, just choose a gradient or color or image if you wish, and then choose something nice and easy to use, so like a blue and a green or a blue and a purple, whatever it might be. Just make sure your button and everything still stands out, right? So I'll probably change that to like a pink or something, a red maybe, something like that. So it's nice and easy. Once again, once you've finished, come to configure, and then go through and choose which one you want to have. So if you want it to appear after a few seconds or anything like that, usually with these you want them just to appear on the page like this one has. So that's entirely up to you. Once again, once you've finished, click published and save. And if you are following this tutorial step by step, make sure you actually link this button somewhere. So action, go to URL, or it could be submit, anything like that, but usually go to URL and type in the URL that you want people to go to. So let's just say it's my website, legitmarketingreviews.com/shop or something like that, right? Or it could be 15% or 15 off or whatever it might be, right? Deals, whatever it could be, something like that. Now there's also enter URL target. It could be new window, same window. Also follow URL, do follow, no follow, doesn't really matter. There is also a count as a conversion button, which if you check, it'll probably say here, please activate analytics to use count as a conversion. Click here to activate. I probably should have mentioned this earlier now that I think about it. Inside of the settings, there is actually some add-ons that you can have. With the Pro version, it gives you access to all of them. But Connects is going to allow you to integrate to your autoresponder. You would have actually had to do it if you've been following this tutorial. But if you want analytics, click on analytics and now you can use it. Same thing with A/B testing and grid, whatever you want to use. I was just using the bare basics inside of there. Inside of settings as well, we've also got different things like the licenses. We've got email notifications. You've got your different analytics. You've got to set it up and everything, but it's easy to do. But all of the information's inside of here. I'm not going to go through it too much. So that's basically it. Once again, you've got some other things like hover effects. You've got click events, which is also in the analytics. But that's basically it. So go ahead and click on save. And if you go and check out the page once again, where is it? This one. So go ahead, click on reload. Now we have got a info bar. So it's pretty cool. So if I come back to the dashboard one more time, I'll quickly show you the welcome mat, and then we should be ready to go. So you can see the dashboard's changed now that we've got the analytics all set up. I probably should have said that earlier, sorry about that. But create new. Let's go ahead and create a convert mat. And we've only got two options here. It doesn't matter, they're pretty much the same thing anyway. So I'm going to choose the green one. I think the green one probably looks a little bit nicer. I'm just going to call this the welcome convert mat. I've already got one called welcome mat, so I don't want to call it the same thing twice. Click on create. And it's going to go ahead and make this very bright green background, but don't worry, we can change it. So the first thing I'd probably recommend you do is change the background. I don't know why it's so green, but we're going to come across the panel, background, come down to background overlay, scroll down and choose like a black, or maybe we could go like a gray or something like that, something not so intense. That's the sort of game here. We've got opacity there, so this looks a little bit better. so we can see what we're actually looking at. Now you can come through, do exactly the same thing, enter in your headline, enter in your call to action, enter in your forms, integrate everything once again, design, configure, connect, same exact situation, and then save, make public, and click save again. It's just a double safety going on. And then if we come back to here, I don't think I actually turned that off, but we should have ourselves a nice welcome app. And that's how it's done. Super easy to do. So what I'm going to do right now is actually jump behind the screen. I want to talk about a few little extra things. Okay, so that was ConvertPro. Now, as you can see, it is very easy to use. In just a few minutes, you can set up a lead generation, either form, pop-up, info bar, could also be a welcome mat or any of the other different options that they have. And it is very fast to load. So that's one of the best things about it. And also they have so many different integrations with different email marketing platforms. It's really nice to see they use the open source ones as well. So that's one of the best things about ConvertPro is the integrations. And of course, the price you can't really beat either. So overall, that was my ConvertPro review. It is a great tool for the price. Once again, if you want to check it out, I have left a link in the description. It's going to take you to any deals they currently have running. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Loads of great deals coming out in the near future. That's it from me. I'll see you on the next one.